Confidence is sexy and sexual confidence is everything. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you need an intimacy game plan. Intimacy is the reason you get into a relationship, and when you feel well loved, it shows. But what happens when there are issues? What happens when one of you is hot and the other one is cold? What happens if there's erectile dysfunction? Low libido, pain with intercourse, porn or other issues, guilt, shame, trauma. What if you've been married for 20 years and there's been betrayals? What happens to relationships when there are kids? Not everything can be talked about. Lack of connection, lack of intimacy, and you start to feel lonely. And then it all starts to feel like work. And relationships start to break down, and then they break up. It's always the intimacy. And talk therapy doesn't really address intimacy issues. Pills, pumps, and injections are not a cure for a lack of intimacy, lack of sexual confidence, or relationship skills. What is intimacy? The dictionary definition of intimacy is familiarity, as in how well you know someone. Your intimate relationship, your goal, is to continually get to know each other for a lifetime. But how do you do that? You need an intimacy game plan. And that's why we're here. I hear from women who say, I'm lonely. He doesn't listen. We need to learn to communicate. And I hear from guys who say, tell me what she wants. They're frustrated. They're trying to start the game. They're trying to keep it going. They don't know if they should finish. People are complaining to me that their relationships, their intimate relationships, are not satisfying. And they're afraid to get into committed relationships because they feel like that's when the sex ends. In reality, that's when it gets really, really good. The problem is, most people go into a relationship without an intimacy game plan. They expect the intimacy and the sex to happen automatically. That would be like getting into a football team without a game or a practice and expecting to win the Super Bowl. Playing with yourself is one thing, but playing with another person, well, that's a whole different sport. Intimacy is a skill. It's something you learn to do together. Picture an athlete. He worked really hard to get on that team. He doesn't just get on the team and just sit back and go, okay, I'm here. No, he has a coach, he has a practice, and a game plan. Good sportsmanship and great games are not an accident. I'm Amy Keller. I think of relationships as intimacy teams. Intimacy is the shared hobby. It's the sport you play for a lifetime. I coach individuals like couples and teams, and it works. One of you is the offense, the other is the defense. When you learn to play together, you make a perfect team. I've delivered an epic TED Talk, Better Intimacy for Better Sex. I've written the book, The Huddle, How to Score in Sex and Love. I wrote it with the guys in mind because I love and understand men. I've been working with them, helping them with their most sensitive topics for a very long time. They come to me with questions about erections, relationships, life, love, and I help them profoundly. When people come to me and they're telling me that something's missing, I say it's intimacy. When women come to me and they say, I wish he knew what I wanted, I say, do you know what you want? Can you ask for it? Can you express it? Can you receive it and enjoy it when it comes? Now that's empowerment. And when guys say to me, maybe I'm with the wrong person, she's not attractive, she's just not turning me on anymore. I'm like, excuse me, could she be any hotter? Do you know what turns you on in real life? The fact is that nobody turns you on for a lifetime but you. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. If you're feeling confused, you're not alone. People are feeling anxiety, depression. They're totally disconnecting. Talking is feeling dangerous. It feels like everybody's arguing, so they're shutting down completely. And sex is feeling like a chore. People are not getting their needs met. The solution is an intimacy game plan, a connection that you can feel. And it doesn't need to be hard. Puns intended. Really, it doesn't need to be hard. They say that relationships take work. I say relationships need to learn to play together. And if you're not playing together, then you will grow apart. And that's why we're here, because you need an intimacy game plan. I'm here to help you remember why you got in the game in the first place, for the love of the game. Remember, fouls happen to even the best players and the best teams. Picture that athletes, after they've had a bad game, they're still going, I love you, man. Why? Because they have a practice, a plan, and a coach. They trust that they know how to recover and get back in the game. That's what counts. Life is really fast. I don't want you to miss out on the best part of it. I wish I had this program when I needed it. This is how you learn to explore, love, and be loved. Learn to communicate about intimacy. Feel safe, seen, wanted, alive, chosen. Get to know yourself and each other inside and out. You want to know that you're teammates, that you're playmates, that you've got each other's backs. Right? This is a revolutionary way. This is a revolutionary approach to relating. I understand deeply how vulnerable this can be. That's why I really love this approach. This meets you exactly where you're at. You get to do it in your own time, at your own pace. You're learning about intimacy in the privacy of your own privacy without having to go to an office or necessarily talk to a therapist. You're learning with each other. I give you the steps, the tools, and the exercises to build the intimacy game plan that's right for you. You can do it together. You can do it alone. You can do it separately, because when you increase your skills, the whole team benefits, right? And if it's complicated or you don't necessarily have a partner, this program will help you have the confidence so that you know how to build an intimacy relationship, an intimate relationship, the kind that you'd want to be in. These things take practice. The cure for hopelessness is having a solution. And this program gives you everything that you need. You have goals, actions, accountability, and a coach in your corner who really cares. You're going to learn how to get your head in the game, how to get on the same page at the same time, how to communicate, how to touch, how to explore and keep it interesting for a lifetime. I'm going to demonstrate real moves with real respect. There's no nudity, no triggers, nothing is going to embarrass you. I'm here to help you feel safe. I have so much to share. Members have access to my lessons, my exercises, and my recordings, and also to me. You have a weekly live coaching where you can ask Amy Color anything. This program is incredibly supportive. I just love it, and I think that you will too. If you like the sound of it, if you want to know more, please find a link and apply for the intimacy game plan. Let's connect, let's talk, and see if working with me, if this program is right for you. I want you to succeed. I'd love to see you on the inside. So, till then, stay connected to yourself, each other, and me. Okay?